All right, Once again, we're joined by attorney Jim Bergenn for more on this case. Wanted to ask you quickly, if any 2 or 3 things jumped out at you in the warrants that we got yesterday, what would they be? If you have to pick just 3.
First, it would be all the DNA in the bags, because those bags that were dumped on Albany Avenue the evening that she went missing, containing the DNA of Jennifer, of Fotis, and Michelle, when Michelle also says, yes, that's us in the car. That's one, very stirring. The zip ties, combined with the blood splatter at the scene, suggest that there was something violent and that she was not yet dead. So she's now then transported. And then I think third is this very detailed video chronology of the cars, getting down to the details we talked in the last segment, really even including the fact that he leaves apparently one vehicle a mile or 2 away, rides a bike to her place so he can then use her car to get out without causing any detection. It's, you know, when you put it all together, and these are very good prosecutors, it's going to be a strong case.
So how would you defend against it? I don't know very well how defense attorneys work. Obviously, the burden of proof is on the prosecution to provide a narrative, and I imagine in some cases it's just sufficient to poke holes in some of the facts. But at some point, does it become in your best interest to try to provide your own full story about what happened, to explain all this evidence against him?
Well, my personal approach is always to come up with what I believe to be truthful. Now, I don't have to solve all the facts, but if I can come up with a truthful narrative that fits the evidence, I'm pretty good. Here, I think most defense lawyers are just simply trying to poke holes, but they're starting with the jurors' mental framework. We have no body. So you're going to work with what you have. And here, right. So what you're really trying to do is just grow the doubt.
Want to jump to a comment that we had on social media. We'll bring it right up here. Amy Beth writing into us saying that she loved the fact that the state police had 2 female troopers escorting him out yesterday. Loved seeing the purple ribbons and the purple ties. Speak to the optics of that. So much of this has been out in the public. What do you make of that scene?
Well, this, maybe as much as any case I've ever seen, has been a battle for the mind of the public because the state has even put in warrants where, well, we're thinking this and maybe this, and that doesn't normally happen. But they're trying to capture the imagination of the public. And similarly, Norm is hitting back hard with Gone Girl theories and such. So, yes, the imagery helps compel the narrative.
And we're seeing Mr. Pattis arriving right now, so we can talk that. He had no comment, we're being told, to our Ali Warshawski. You also wanted to ask viewer questions. A lot of people asking about the body, right?
Yeah, we talked a little bit about that, but let's bring it, let's revisit it if we can. A lot of folks want to know, you know, there is no body that we know of at this point. How does that factor into the case that's being made here? It's
simply that almost all murder cases have a body, but there are a number that don't. And this is one of those numbers. And because prosecutors, investigators, law enforcement officers, they know that people want to have a body, they work feverishly to try to locate it. If you can't locate it, you don't just say, oh, well, got away with murder. So we're proceeding.
All right, a lot more to talk about. We have more questions. Our viewers have a lot more questions. You're going to hang around here until at least 11 o'clock today to have some more discussion, specifically maybe the jury pool, if Fotis Dulos will be able to have a fair trial here in Connecticut, potentially maybe moving it to a different venue. We're going to get into that maybe next hour, so we appreciate you sticking around for that.